Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to go over the 13 psychological tricks that actually work. Make sure to watch each one of them because you will be extremely surprised. No matter how shy and introverted you are or how experienced you are with social situations, everybody can learn some social tips that will increase their likability. These tips utilize behavioral science and will give you the edge at social gatherings such as cocktail parties, job interviews, office politics, and when dating. In addition to improving your communication skills, you will improve first impressions, your ability to get ahead, attraction, admiration, and many other things. Each one of these tricks are extremely easy and it takes seconds to implement. So as long as you can remember them, you're good to go. Here are the 13 psychological tricks that actually work. Number 1. Productivity hack. If you have trouble motivating yourself to do something like learn a skill, tell yourself, okay, I'll sit down and do this for just 5 minutes. A lot of the time, you'll end up going for much longer than 5 minutes, but even if you don't, it's still 5 minutes of practice in whatever you wanted to learn in the first place. It's the first step that is the hardest, so minimizing the commitment is a great way to reduce the friction between you and accomplishment. Number 2. Social hierarchy observation. When something funny happens and people or a person in a group laughs, they will look at the person they like or care about in the group the most to see if they're laughing too. When you notice this, it's quite easy to tell who likes who. Often people will look into a person with the highest status or someone who is highly respected. If everybody is watching you, you know what it means. Number 3. De-escalation tactic. If you want to calm someone down, sympathize with them whilst describing what's upsetting them in descending orders of magnitude. You can say something like, I understand why you're angry, or you're right to be frustrated. As they accept the acknowledgments, they should also accept the declining emphasis on emotion and become calmer. You're showing empathy. In this situation, you acknowledge their feelings and don't start with giving advice. That is a great way to de-escalate a situation. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. We would really appreciate your feedback. Number 4. The flinch. Whether you're negotiating a raise, the sale price of a car you want to buy, always flinch visibly at the first and sometimes second offers. The flinch can be as simple as a small wince, a sigh, or an eye roll. The flinch quite often causes people to lowball the initial offer. You're basically turning down their offer passively, which keeps them from getting defensive and insistent. Number 5. Thanking rather than apologizing. When you need someone to wait a moment as you collect your thoughts, or you're struggling to think clearly, you can say, "Thank you for your patience," instead of, "Sorry for the wait." It subtly strokes their ego and makes them more likely to be kind and patient with you, because you've already asserted they're kind and patient people, and denying that would hurt their own self-image. This rule could be applied in a lot of situations. Thank people for their time rather than apologize for wasting it. Number 6. Silent treatment. Silently maintaining eye contact when a person is attempting to bargain or convince you of something that you don't want to do or don't believe is a powerful negotiating technique. People often selectively leave out facts that they know are important. Ask a question, and if their answer is fishy at all, maintain eye contact and sit there silently. Usually after that, they just start babbling and give you everything you want and sometimes much, much more. When people are already stressed, they fill it compulsively. Number 7. No more awkward bumping into people. When you're walking through a crowded hallway, if you keep your eyes focused in the exact direction you're going, people will naturally clear out of your way because we subconsciously use eye contact with people in order to navigate around each other. It's like if you look to make eye contact with people, you've just accepted the responsibility of being the one that has to move. The majority of people will naturally slow down, speed up, shift slightly out of the way of your expected trajectory. Number 8. Indirect remarks. This is especially effective when you work with clients. It prevents them from getting defensive and angry. You reframe the sentence with the word you. For example, instead of saying, "You didn't send the report," you can say, "The report has not been sent." Don't blame the person, blame the thing you're talking about. The right words in the right order can influence people to make decisions you want them to make. Words are powerful. Number 9. Karma power. People usually treat you just like you treat them. You treat someone with respect, you gain respect from them. To ensure that someone maintains a certain positive trait, compliment them for it beforehand. People are more likely to follow you if they have your approval, rather than trying to win it. If you want someone to work hard for you, tell them how you admire their work ethic. If you want someone to be nice to your friends, tell them they have a cute smile or say that you heard a lot of good things about them. When you make people feel good about themselves, they will like you more. Number 10. Erudition advantage. In an argument, speak softly. It forces active listening, which leads to active thinking. When they are listening and thinking, they are not yelling, arguing, or talking. Use neutral language to avoid that as best as possible. Being able to convey yourself properly over text is a valuable skill to have. Try to explain why they are right when they are right, even if it's small things. Also, it is very effective to use the phrase, "in my opinion," rather than, "actually, you are wrong." Your goal is to persuade them and not make them feel insulted. Number 11. Instant likability. If you want someone you just met to like you, ask them open-ended questions about themselves. Don't wait for your turn to speak. Listen, and then ask a follow-up question based on what they said. If you do that a couple of times, that person feels heard and appreciated by you. If they realize they're doing all the talking, they'll apologize and ask a question of you. If your answer is short and pivots back into something they said, you have now formed a connection in their mind as a good listener who is interested in what they have to say. People like that a lot. Number 12. Selling like a pro. When choosing between multiple items, ever so slightly change the tone of your voice when talking about the one you want sold. Additionally, smile with teeth displayed for the item you want them to buy. At the same time, turn your back to the customer and use your pointer finger with a higher arm to point at the least favorable options. Then turn around and face the customer and direct attention with your whole hand towards the most favorable. Number 13. Mirror behind you. For anyone in customer service, whether it's a bar or hotel reception, put a mirror behind you at the counter. This way, angry customers who approach you will have to see themselves in the mirror behind you, and the chances of them behaving irrationally lowers significantly. No one wants to see themselves act like a douchebag. Additionally, if someone comes up and starts off with a rude remark, don't make eye contact. Look over or up just enough to make eye contact with a patch of bar between their hands, which most overpowering customers tend to slap firmly on the bar in front of them just prior to opening their mouths. Then look away and continue on with whatever task you were doing. It gives them just enough time to think about what they said, burdened by the possibility that you may have actually heard whatever rude thing it was they said. Most of the time, they will rephrase their original request or complaint, and then you can make full eye contact. Now we have a question for you. What other psychological tricks do you know? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to learn more about yourself and understand other people better. Check out our other videos. Take care.